fuck
sex
up.
toys with yourself or with partners? Yes, I do.
Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Evie. We're catching up with Amber Lynn today. I was kind of MIA in the Amber React content realm for what's it been, like a month or two maybe? I don't even know when my last upload was, but I was behind anyway. I have been struggling on if I should even really be reacting to Amber Lynn or not, mostly just because I am also a bigger person, and I know that me sitting here critiquing her choices and things seems kind of hypocritical, but I have had to remind myself that the things that I am criticizing Amber Lynn for isn't her size. It isn't the choices that she's making. It's not that she fails in some aspects. It's that she constantly is gaslighting herself into thinking that she's doing the right things and that everything she's doing is correct and that she needs to be praised for everything that she does. And when she makes mistakes, that it should just be not even makes mistakes, when she gets caught trying to manipulate the situation, she is just oh, okay, well, I did, and we need to move on. And I think that that is kind of the thing that Amber Lynn needs to see. And I think that hearing some criticism from other plus size people who are also struggling will hopefully help her see that not everything people are criticizing her on is about her weight, because I think that she is very stuck on that aspect. But without further ado, I guess we have an hour's worth of content to react to, so let's just get to it, shall we? So the first one that I have, I did catch up. I caught up in my own time. Let's get into the first video: the truth about my weight loss surgeon and everything else I've been avoiding. So another quick little note is that it's very interesting that she's putting all of these things out, right? This was 11 days ago, 6 days ago, 3 days ago, and Mr. Snowflake's video came out 3 days ago. I think that it was kind of teased that it was coming out. She knew another one would be coming out soon. And I think that she kind of planned this, you know what I mean? She's somebody's going to be exposing my lies. I might as well put some more out there to get views.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video.
Hello.
So today we have a Q&A. So I went on Instagram and had
we're doing these again?
I
don't follow her on Instagram.
And I listed off the ones I want to answer.
Well, I do follow her. I just don't use Instagram. So I never see what she posts, but I need to try to check it more to see her updates.
My MacBook. And I had 31 questions in total after going through hundreds, but so many are repeats or things that I've already answered, or things that maybe I just don't want to talk about. So after about an hour and a half, I had 31 questions, and I was like, that is such a weird number. And I was like, let's do 33. I'm 33 years old, and threes are a special number in my family. So I was like, okay, that works out perfect.
So quirky, that, okay. I mean, cute little story, but you could have just said hey guys, today I'm answering 33 questions you guys asked about me. You didn't have to do all this explaining.
I really try to choose questions that people have been asking.
Oh, look at little Twonk. Look at little Twinkie. Twinkie's so cute.
And questions that I haven't really answered before. So let's get into it, because we have 33 questions that I need to answer. First question
Can't stop looking at Twinkie.
Would you do an interview done by the H3 podcast? Yes, I would. I would be extremely nervous though, because I know how Ethan is. He is unbiased. He has no filter. And it's what does he think of me? I don't think that she... I don't think she would. I think she would want to, because she would get the clout from it, and I think that that's something that she's kind of been trying to do, is grow her audience recently. But I don't think that she would genuinely actually like being on it, because I think that she's probably gotten a lot of requests to do podcasts or interviews or things, and I'm sure she's turned a lot down. But why would she be okay with doing it with Ethan? Just because she likes him, I guess. I don't know. And I think when the time got down to it, if they saw things about her beforehand, that she wouldn't want to do it. They would be asking her questions from the documentaries. The team would be doing the research. They're not just going to go on there and be like, hey, Amber Lynn, why are you still big? People are mean to you. She would not like it. What would he say? But I would totally do it, because I love them. Does your mom remember how she found out you were gay, and can she share her version / side of the story? So that's actually something that me and my mom have recently talked about. because we like to reminisce. We talk about the hard stuff, the fun stuff, like just things that we experienced together as mother and daughter when we were younger. And that is a topic that has come up. And I actually have asked her, I was like, Mom, do you want to share your side? Because I've actually gotten people asking this before. She said she would, but she doesn't want to like physically be on camera right now. So I think it would just be like her voice or something. But I think that would be fun to like hear the mother's side to a coming out story. I think a lot of people could actually use that.
I think that would be nice to hear her side. During the Mr. Snowflake documentary, there were a lot of things brought up about like, oh yeah, Amber said her mom did this, or Amber said this happened during like in her family, or this happened during her childhood. And I have been thinking, what if Amber's mom does eventually come on camera, or like they do a live together? Like, people are going to be asking for corroboration. Is that the word? Corroboration on these stories. You know, they're going to be asking, hey, do you remember when this happened? Do you remember when that happened? And it'll be interesting to see what things Amberlynn exaggerated to kind of match her partner's stories at the time, because I do believe that she is kind of a chameleon. Each relationship she's in, she kind of changes, which is why I think this period of her being on her own is going to be very interesting, and I hope it lasts for a while. I really hope she doesn't get into a new relationship soon, because I feel like we'll kind of see her shift again. It would just be very interesting to see her mom's side of a lot of the things that happen, because there are some very like horrible things that have happened to Amberlynn when she was a child, like just horrible abuse that she should not have gone through. And I would like to hear her mom's side on where was everybody. Amber has said that her dad would like spit in her face. Like, that's crazy.
I know there are a lot of people watching me who have not come out to their parents, or just like anyone in their life in general. And I think that like the more exposure you have of coming out stories can actually make it seem less scary. Where did you get the—
Okay, let's do my coming out story, because so I'm a bi woman. I thought I was a lesbian for a while in like high school, middle school. I thought I was bi, and then I was like, no, I'm a lesbian, and then I was like, no, I'm bi again, and now I'm getting married to a man. Fucking bi women's lives. I think we all live the same life. When I first came out to my mom, I actually did it through text. I didn't have my phone at the time. I was grounded, and I was at school, and I was supposed to go to my friend's house that I played a sport with, and we played softball together. Well, no, we wouldn't have at the time, because I think this was in 8th grade, and I wasn't playing any sports. I didn't start playing sports until 9th grade. So it was just this girl that I was friends with, and we happened to play sports together in the future. Anyway, I texted my mom from my friend's phone, and I said, hey, this is me, like from blank's phone. I've been holding this in for a while. I can't do this anymore. Like, you talk so negatively about gay people, and like I have these feelings, blah blah blah, like whatever I said, and basically told her that I was bi. And all she did was respond to the text and say, you need to come home. That's all she said. And then it was like a huge thing, and like I ended up moving out because of it, because she was like so mean about it. And then I moved in with my dad and my stepmom, and then as soon as I moved out, my mom was starting like, well, I'm gonna tell him, like, you need to come out to him, or I'm gonna tell him. Like, kids have traumatic fucking coming out stories. Like, people, this is why kids are scared to tell their fucking parents anything. So I agree, like, get your mom to tell her side, because it's nice to hear if parents are accepting, you know. It really is.
The idea to start wearing diamonds for your makeup. Speaking of, today I decided to do
I did notice that
here, and then
I was wondering if she was thinking about getting like her eyebrows
just, like,
pierced or something.
Honestly, I didn't get the idea from anywhere. I just remember I was doing my makeup. This was a couple weeks ago, and I was like, how can I switch this up? Because the only way I ever switch up my makeup is like the length or the thickness of my winged eyeliner. And I was like, I want to do something different. I'm not really an eyeshadow girly. I have eyeshadows, but it's never really been my thing. And then I like to wear glitter in the corner of my eye a lot. I didn't do that today though. So that's like another thing that I do. And I actually recently
I think that she should try like colored graphic liner.
What can I do to elevate my look? And I was like, you know what? Diamonds. I personally love it because I think it's beautiful, but not only that, but like you can do it however you want. So it's always
you can always just place them wherever.
Honestly, I'm never going to stop my winged eyeliner. I feel like it suits me.
I think that they would just annoy me though, because I like to, especially if she's somebody that likes to pick, I would think that they would get annoying and she would want to pick them off.
It's literally me. You guys love it. I love it. Have you considered cutting your hair shorter to help it recover? So yes.
Oh,
but not the way that some of you suggest. Some of you are like, go up to here to your shoulder. Never gonna happen. But as I sit here, you guys don't even know it, but as I sit here, my hair is actually quite shorter than it was literally just 2 hours ago. So I cut my own hair and
Why would
it
you do
already
that?
feels so much better. Not
I
only
mean,
that, but I haven't used heat on my hair.
I guess because her hair is so long, it's probably so easy for her to just cut it. You know what I mean? Like she could just put it in a pony and then just like, but like my hair is like here. I'm not. I've cut my hair a lot on my own, but my hair is so thin and fine. If you fuck anything up, it just shows. It just shows, and it is so bad.
Hair. I also said goodbye Tresemme, and I have moved on to a different shampoo and conditioner, and I notice already how much better my hair looks. So here I am
I think it
showing
looks
you
the
a
same.
clip of my hair from my last vlog, and then I'm showing you my hair
Oh my
today.
gosh. This is the cut. It's uneven.
Where no, it's not perfect, but it just
Girl, go to a fucking salon. Call a hairstylist. I guarantee there's a hairstylist around that you could find that would come to you. They would come to you. If you explain your situation, if you say, hey, like, I'll pay you a traveling fee or whatever, they'll come to your house and you don't even have to leave and you can get a professional cut. It's sad because she does have pretty hair. She's really long, pretty hair. And if she would just take care of it properly, I think that, it would be fine. But she's just kind of fucked it over.
looks and feels so much healthier. I am very glad that I decided to
It
take
does
a
look a
pair of
lot
kitchen
better, though.
scissors and just chop, 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 chop. How do you manage your
Didn't even bother to go to like fucking Sally's and buy hair cutting scissors just to use kitchen scissors. I've been there though. I have been there. I've done it with like crafting scissors before. I mean, I've done everything to my own hair under the sun, so I fucking get it.
mental health with all of the hate that you get? So honestly, the best way I can describe this is like, say there is just this invisible layer between me and the hate that I receive. 9 times out of 10, 99% of my life, with all of the hate that I do consume, it doesn't pass that layer. And I think with time, that layer has gotten thicker.
Yeah, you just build a thick skin.
It has gotten stronger because I used to not handle the hate like I handle it now.
I mean, once you read something so many times, you just get desensitized to it. That's what's happening. You're just desensitized.
Sometimes the hate can pass through it, but it's very, very rare. And not only that, I try not to put myself in situations where I see the hate. I purposely don't go into my comment section because that is the brutalest place I can go. There's Reddits about me. Don't go on there. Gosh, there's like other places and other forums you can go to. I don't go to any of those places.
Still watches reaction channels though.
That's one of the biggest reasons why I don't even have a Twitter anymore. It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. I'm sure if I consumed hate about myself on a day-to-day basis, it would reach through those layers that I have in front of me, but I don't consume hate about me. You guys message me in private and you guys are fucking amazing. You guys are honestly so
you're saying that I think it's because people are trying to get in, girl.
That's the stuff that I'm always thinking about.
I genuinely do think that she has a lot of supporters, right? She does. She obviously does. I see them naturally in her comments, like on community posts and things like that. I just do see a lot of the haters, but she does receive a lot of support. But I think that she also needs to realize a lot of people in her DMs, like, well, they may be true supporters, but like, why are they only doing it in DMs? Why are they only doing it in DMs? And it's because they're trying to get in.
That's the type of people that I imagine.
I'm not going to say that all of them are like that. I think that a lot of them are probably supporters that just don't want to publicly comment because they will get a lot of hate in return. But I think that a good chunk of them are also like trying to troll her.
Who are watching me. Ever get discouraged from losing weight because of your diagnosis of a lipedema? Since lipedema is not curable and it cannot go away, yes.
Really? So you just, I didn't
know that there is a large portion.
I'm sure she has said that. I didn't necessarily realize that it was like forever, like even if you lose weight.
Go away with weight loss. And that's hard for me to absorb, hard for me to accept, hard for me to process. I will always have like a disfigured body. I'll never have the body that I want, but I'm also so far past that like vain, oh, I just want to look better. It's all about health. It's all about the fact that I do not want to.
That is good. I think that a little bit of vanity is good, right? It's good to have a little bit of that to kind of motivate yourself, but the underlying reason should always be health.
Die. So, yeah, having that fear and feeling those discouragement feelings, all of that is no more stronger than like the fact that I want to live. That feeling is so much stronger than all the other
Good,
stuff.
good.
But I'm
That is
only
a very
human,
motivating
so
feeling.
of course I feel discouraged by this diagnosis. So the next question kind of goes into like what I was talking about. What is currently motivating you to lose weight? And it's pretty simple. It's like I don't want any more health complications due to my weight, and I do not want to die anytime soon. Like I want to live for at least another 40 years. And I know that sounds crazy because people my size, we don't live that long. What is your next goal weight since you have reached your recent goal of 499 pounds? I think my next one is 469 because
Nice.
from my remembrance, that is the lowest I remember weighing in a very long time.
Okay.
Years.
That's achievable.
Probably
that is
like
achievable.
7 years, maybe
within a few
more.
months achievable.
When I get there, that'll be really exciting for me. How often do you listen to music? So I listen to music every single day. I would say for hours, maybe like 2 to 3 hours a day, maybe more. It depends on what I'm doing. I will listen to music when I am walking Twinkie. I will listen to music when I am cleaning. I'll listen to music when I'm showering. Just whenever there's like a time where I'm doing something and I want like noise, it's either that or YouTube. Do you still enjoy doing YouTube? Yes, I love everything about my side of YouTube when it comes to filming.
It just doesn't really seem that way because it just seems like you don't film a lot. You don't kind of go out of your way to think outside the box to bring something new and exciting to your audience. You just film the same shit over and over and over again. I think that you like how easy it is.
Editing, uploading, I enjoy the whole process. I think it's really fun. I've always loved it. I love how I was able to turn a hobby into a job, into something that makes it to where I have a.
That is true. I think that in the beginning, she had to have a genuine love for it, right? She really did, but she was filming a lot more then. And I think that now she's not having as much fun with it because she's filming this boring content that she doesn't care about. She misses the Crystal and Destiny era of filming just everything. Destiny on the toilet, Crystal on the toilet, Destiny's tit. She misses that.
A roof over my head every single day, and every single day I am thankful for you guys. So thank you so much for that. And
you're welcome, girly.
I thoroughly love doing, and I will forever love it. I really truly believe that. I understand why a lot of people might think I don't enjoy it anymore because I don't upload as much as I used to. The reason for that has nothing to do with like enjoyment or if I actually like YouTube still. So no worries, I still love it and I am here to stay. What's your relationship with your dad like? I actively do not have a relationship with him, and I haven't had one in a very, very long time. I think out of the
he sounds like a piece of shit person. I was scratching schmutz off my monitor. Hello. Her dad sounds like a piece of shit fucking human being. So good. Fuck him. He doesn't deserve to have a relationship with his kids, especially somebody that's successful and could help him in any sort of way. Your mom seems like she is actively trying. Good. Fuck your dad.
I have only had a true relationship with him for maybe a year of my life, and that was when I was around like 11. I was living in an all-girls group home. And I think at the time, my dad was doing really well in his sobriety, and he would come visit me. And I lived actually in Upper Lake, California at the time. So my dad, he would rent out boats, and we would go on the boat, and we would go fishing. And those are the memories. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay. Those are the memories that I like to remember. I'll probably never have a relationship with him again, and that's due to my choice, but it's also due to the fact that he just doesn't even try. He is still in his addiction, and it's bad, and He has a lot of health problems and he's going through a lot. And I love my dad very much. I love him unconditionally. I love him with all of me. But I just know that me having a relationship with him would do more harm than good. And that's just reality. Would you recommend?
It's nice that she can have those very happy memories to look back on. And I think that it is very mature of her to just have those and not try to even make new ones because she knows that it's just not going to happen.
Would you recommend Ozempic? So I think that if you have a large amount of weight to lose and you're obviously under doctor's supervision and they think it's the right thing for you to do, and now you're just sitting there like, should I do this? I would say yes, give it a try, see how your body reacts. I know for me, I had some unpleasant symptoms, but ultimately in the end, I'm willing to even try it again. So if you're debating, I'd say try it. Ozempic has saved a lot of people's lives and it has made a lot of people lose weight. And I feel like that's really important for health reasons. So yeah. So this kind of goes into the last question. Why are you open to Ozempic again, even if it can mess with your gallbladder? Because rapid weight loss, yo-yo dieting, losing a large amount of weight, all of that messes with your gallbladder regardless. I'm the queen of yo-yo dieting, you guys know that. I want to lose a large chunk.
This is what people were saying the whole time. They're like, dude, talk to your doctor. Like, no matter what you choose here, like, as long as you're losing weight, it's going to be okay. Like, continue to do that part. Figure out how to do the other, like, deal with the other symptoms in the meantime.
Weight. So it's like my gallbladder has had issues in the past already due to the yo-yo dieting and to the weight loss. So it's like, what's another thing? If I'm being supervised by a doctor and they're like, you know what, it's fine, I think your gallbladder will be fine, then I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna not lose weight just because of my gallbladder. Do you think living in Oklahoma will allow you to grow or no? Oh, absolutely. Because it has already allowed me to grow. This is the most independent I have ever been in my whole entire life. I feel my mental health improving. I feel my emotional health improving. I feel my physical health. I am losing weight. I am independent. Yes, I don't drive. A lot of people don't though. You can be an independent person and still not drive. So yes, I am already growing and improving.
Most definitely, 100% agree. I just think that it's not the fact that you don't drive, it's the fact that you still rely on other people to drive you other than just like getting an Uber or something, it seems. And we don't know that for sure. We really have no fucking idea what she's doing because she doesn't show anything anymore. But it just seems like everywhere she goes with her mom. And if her mom's willing to do that, that's fine. It just seems that like, I don't think that she sees where she's still depending on other people. You know what I mean? Like there are still those nuances of codependence, you know, where she's not just taking the initiative to get her own way to somewhere.
As a person, like living on my own, question for me is, will I continue to grow as a person here? Or am I eventually going to want to move on and go somewhere else? I don't know. What's one thing people rag you about online that you feel bad about? So by rag me, I'm assuming the person meant like something that people like constantly bring up. And the first thing I think of is just like my ignorance with like certain words that I've used years and years ago. Like I'm talking over.
Not the rose and petals, he's dropped.
Over 7 years ago. Since then, I have apologized and learned, owned up for my mistakes. And I think that's literally the only thing you can do when you're ignorant towards something is own up to your mistakes, apologize, learn, and grow from that. Do you think the therapy you did for weight loss surgery helped you? Because as a viewer of 8 years, I have noticed a huge positive change in you. Well, thank you for saying that. That actually means a lot to me. I also noticed.
I think she's a lot more positive now. I think that when she fails, she's a lot more positive about it. She's most definitely not having the crazy downward spirals that she used to have. So yeah, I agree. She has changed
as well. But I think that the therapy definitely helped. It helped a lot because I think that might be the first time in my whole life, and I've done a lot of therapy in my life, but that is the first time in my whole life that I have ever seen one psychologist for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks on end. And it's almost as if like my whole weight loss surgery journey was just like meant to happen for that very reason, because it's like I've learned so much about myself, and there were so many like situations from my past, especially like in my childhood, where it's like if I would even think about it, like instantly tears. And now it's like I can talk maturely and clearly about those situations where it's like I'm okay and I'm here and I'm well. I feel myself.
You know what? Hold up. I think that like the breakup with wifey definitely tested a lot of this, and I think that it does speak volumes that she was able to recognize the issues within herself during that time and kind of make a quick change.
Healing from things that I never ever thought that I would, and getting diagnosed with PTSD and also BPD, it opened my eyes tremendously. It's like things that I used to not be aware of, I'm now aware of, and I'm able to like rationally be like, okay, so this is the reason you're this way. Now it's your choice to like find that rational side of you, take a deep breath, calm down, and do the right thing. So this kind of goes with the last question, but it's because of the answer that I am going to give. The question is, what is the worst habit that you do when you're in love with someone? So not only do I have BPD, but I have massive anxious attachment issues. Like it is so freaking bad.
That's
but when
been
I'm in
obvious.
love with someone, they become my everything, and I know it's because
like I said, a chameleon, a chameleon.
Anxious attachment. So it gets so bad, it's to the point where it's like my emotions, my feelings, my thoughts, the way my day goes, etc., is all based on the way that they are treating me. One small change or tweak in tone or words can literally feel like the end of the world to me. I never understood why. I always thought I was just dramatic. That's what I was called, you know, my whole life in relationships. It's just like, you're dramatic. Why are you so irrational? Why do you act this way? Like you're just being crazy. Like hearing those things constantly, it's just like, yeah, that's how I felt. Like I'm just being dramatic. I'm just drama queen. And it's just like, no, like now that I know the reason, it's like, wow, I have BPD. That's why I'm doing this. Like, I know this isn't normal. I know this isn't rational. Having that answer has helped me so much. Like, you guys have no idea how empowering it is to have an answer. I might actually give an example. So say someone I'm in a relationship with usually messages me every morning at 9 a.m. and says good morning to me. That's something I'm used to. That's something that I expect. So if it comes 9:30, I start to think, they hate me. They want nothing to do with me. They're cheating on me. That's where my brain goes.
That's scary to have.
I'm not gonna lie. It would probably start happening.
This is another instance where I'm watching Amberlynn and I'm like, we are the same. Like her, and this is why I am so interested in her life, is because her and I are very similar. I've also went through this, and with my current partner, my fiance now, who's gonna be my husband, he helped me realize a lot these issues that I had, where it's like, why am I basing my whole mood around one thing somebody else does? It's taken me a long time to figure out. I'm still working on it. It is a constant fucking process, but just having that thought in your mind of like, this isn't, I don't want to say normal, right? This isn't normal. Normal, such a vague term. Like, what the fuck is normal? You know, the majority of people don't think this way or react this way to these small little things. It's nice to have that as a reminder, you know, to like help calm yourself down.
9:03 a.m. So then what that would cause me to do is text them. Why haven't you talked to me? Is everything okay? Like multiple texts. Because not only is that my BPD being like triggered, but it's also my anxious attachment being triggered. But now that
I think that this again comes with her being on her own is going to help her so much. It is going to help her be okay with being alone.
now that I have the answers, where in the past, if I did that, that would just be me being dramatic. I'm a crazy girlfriend. Like, what the heck are you doing? Now it's like, if that was to happen, I would send one text. you okay, babe? You know, a simple, you okay? Yes, I'd still be like on the inside having a little bit of anxiety, like, oh my God, what's happening? Because I can't change those things about myself right now. That's going to come with time. That's going to come with therapy. That's going to come with help. But the fact that I'm able to stare the same situation in the face, whereas it happening 3 years ago and I freaked the F out, or it happening now and I'm like, it's gonna be okay, Amberlyn. I thoroughly feel like my psychologist from Kentucky changed my life. Like, because I'm able to see things.
I'm not sure if she's ever opened up about if she can still use that psychologist or not. Like, if she looked into possibly being able to just do like video with them or not, like video calls.
So different than I was prior to the diagnosis. Trust me, I know it can be exhausting for someone to be with someone like that. 100% agree. But it's also exhausting for me. It's very exhausting. But I try my very hardest to be upfront with the person that I'm interested in. Like, these are my issues. This is sometimes how I react to certain situations. I just feel like it's very important to have.
I don't think that you necessarily need to be 100% cured of your issues before you get in a relationship. I don't think that's necessarily something you need, because people grow together, right? That's a good thing in relationships, is when you grow together. But I think that she just has so many issues, and a lot of them have never been helped, or she hasn't really progressed in anything other than her relationship with wifey. She kind of did progress a little bit in that. I just don't think that she is someone that really grows during relationships, because I think as soon as she gets in one, she's like, I'm cured, I'm happy, I have a new girlfriend, I'm cured. And then all the feelings start coming back and she doesn't understand why, and then she gets upset and it spirals, right? So I think that she really just needs to kind of take a pause on relationships. And I don't know why she's saying it like, I'm just upfront with everybody, rather than like, yeah, I just don't really look, I guess. But at this time, I guess she has openly said that she already does have an interest, which is the girl that bought her a $350 fucking Lego set for Valentine's Day. That is still insane to me. Who spends that kind of money on a Valentine's Day present for someone that you aren't with?
Communication around anything in a relationship, but especially mental health and the way that you react as a person. How many times have you ordered takeout in March, and what was it? So today is actually March 12th. And I've only ordered takeout 3 times. So I'm actually very proud of that. Like, round of applause. I mean, this is coming from a girly pop who would order takeout a couple times a day. So I would say I'm very, very proud of that. What show did you audition for last year?
Wait.
So I am friends with someone.
Somebody asked what it was and she didn't answer. What was it?
From 1,000 Pound Best Friends. And
Megan?
We thought it would be a good idea for me to be on that show. So she talked to the producers and they're like, you know what? Let's give her an interview. So I had an interview. Feline was my girlfriend at the time and she was 100% supportive. We knew that we were going to have to actually move to a different state to be a part of that show. And we were both willing to do it. We were willing and ready. I did the interview. It actually went amazing, but I never heard back from them. And I'm not going to lie to you, this happens a lot. I have been interviewed for a few weight loss shows and it always goes really good. They like hype me up and they make me feel really good.
I'm wondering if she just doesn't have any like on camera chemistry. I don't know, but like a lot of those girls don't. I don't.
We didn't choose you. It's just like there's nothing. So
do you ever try to reach out to them?
It would have been an amazing experience. I would have absolutely loved it.
I would have loved to seen her on that show. Oh my God, with I can't think of her name, but the girl that like went out in the bikini and shit. Oh my God, those two together. If she could get Amberlyn to do crazy shit like that, oh my God, that'd be insane.
Because the girl I'm friends with from that show, I don't want to like say her name because I don't know how she would feel about that. I'm sure she wouldn't care, but like, y'all, you know me, I'm afraid, like, the doxing, I might say the wrong thing. Like, I have become more private on my channel. I do want to.
I am so sorry that I just keep touching these hairs, but I can't get over it right now. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna lock my hands to my desk.
Get better with that and start sharing more. But it's hard to balance, like, what am I allowed to say versus what am I not allowed to say? I don't want anyone mad at me. So, but yeah, it was 1,000 Pound Best Friends. And I don't know.
Text her and ask.
It would have been great. Like, I really do feel that. Do you consider yourself a sexual person? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I would consider myself to actually be a very sexual person, especially like if we vibe in that way, like sex every day. I'm a daily sex type of girly pop. So, do you have a current love life? So, I actually do have a current love life, and it is with my Valentine.
Oh my
There was a phase
God.
where I was talking to
Jesus
multiple
fucking
people
Christ.
at once, and my feelings grew here and
Oh, we had a little
there,
hoe
and this
phase.
and
All right,
that.
all right,
And I
shit.
just realized that like talking to multiple people at once is not me. I
Same.
never
I can't do it. It makes me feel bad. I have tried. It makes me feel bad because I always end up like just liking one person more, and I'm like, why would I even give anybody else my attention if I like this person this much? You know what I mean? Like, makes no sense.
has been. I never did anything like that before. But it's like people were like, you're single, try it out, talk to different people. And I did. I experienced it. Great. It's just not for me. So my Valentine is the only person that I'm interested in and the only person that I want to be interested in.
This one time when I was younger, though, I've always been this way. I've always been this way. If I'm talking to one person, like I'm only talking to one person. And this one time I was talking to this guy that I met on fucking Xbox Live. I was like 14 and I was Snapchatting him. I was just like, oh, hey, like, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. And he didn't respond to me for like, I don't know, fucking hours. And I Snapchatted him again and I was like, you alive? And he just said some shit like, you think you the only girl I'm talking to? And I was like, no, no, I don't. I'm also talking to multiple other people actually. I was so heartbroken. I was so heartbroken.
And that I will be interested in. So, yeah, I do have a love life. What 5 things would you
Congratulations.
want your partner to be like? I'll name some things like obviously like trustworthy and loyal. I want someone who's loving and affectionate, like with their words and physical touch. I want someone who's obsessed with me, like
She wants a
mutual
romantic.
obsession is
Yeah, she wants somebody
definitely
that's also a
green flag
romantic.
coded for sure. And I want someone who's like weird and funny and quirky and silly because that is very much me. And I want to laugh
Quirky
with
girl.
you and be weird with you. And I just love that. Like someone with a good sense of humor. Who is your favorite ex? I'm going to say Feline. Is wifey number
What the
one the same as wife?
is that question? Why would she answer that? Why the fuck would she answer that right after talking about this new girl that she's talking to?
You and I just love that. Like someone with a good sense of
That's
humor.
funny.
Who is your favorite ex? I'm gonna say Feline. Is wifey number one the same as wifey number two? Wifey number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are all the same person. Has Nikocado Avocado apologized?
So does that include Alex and Jane? So the way she just like briefly says that and then just goes on. No explanation. Just moves on. That's the shit that I'm talking about. Like she manipulates everything and then when people call her out about it or she wants to fess up to it, she just like brushes it off. And what? What?
Yet for implying you lied about having cancer. No, he hasn't. And I think that's just very low of him,
Agree.
especially because he still says quotes and does things that I do in my videos and his videos. It's
Agree.
just like, do you
He's
have a heart?
Nikocado.
Like at all? It'd be
Nikocado is a fucking leech. He is a leech. Leech.
different like if he was just like another YouTuber who just wanted to talk shit. But I did consider him my friend and I did talk to him about my cancer privately in text messages.
Oh wow,
so
that makes it so much worse.
For him to do something like that
Fuck
is just
him.
really, really
Ew.
wrong. Would I like an apology? Sure. Like be a good, decent human being. Who is your favorite reactor in girl world? Definitely Yo Mama, hands down. I feel
Because
like we
he
don't
likes
really have
you.
anyone like that in the community. Someone who's willing to stand up towards bullies and YouTubers who think that they're doing something good when they're really not. They're just like attacking two individuals. I noticed that a lot of the reaction channels, they don't like to talk about the other reaction channels. And if they do, it's always like good things, but it's like, y'all, these reaction channels, they're not perfect. They do.
No, I fully agree. There are most definitely reaction channels that I cannot fucking stand because I think they nitpick too much. There's one person that I currently watch in Foodie Beauty's thing, and I only really watch them because I haven't found anybody else that it's not, I'm not gonna name them, but it's not FFG. It's not FFG. I don't watch FFG. I don't really like FFG because I think that she's the same. She's pretty much nitpicky, but there's somebody else that I currently watch that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'm not the biggest hater of either, but they also are just so nitpicky over every tiny little detail, and I get it. I get that you're trying to make content and you got to comment on a lot of things throughout your reaction, but it gets to a point where it's like, why do you care about this tiny little thing that Foodie Beauty's doing? Worry about the fact that she's like a fucking bigot, the actual bad things that she's doing and like the actual lies and shit, and not, oh my god, she's eating bread and she has diabetes. Oh my god. Like, she knows.
And say wrong things as well, because we are humans. That is just how we're programmed, to make mistakes and to do things that we shouldn't. But I think the difference is that Yo Mama's not afraid to say something, while all the other reaction channels are very much scaredy cats, for the lack of a better term. Minus all that, I genuinely just think that Yo Mama is...
I wouldn't say they're necessarily scaredy cats. I think some people just necessarily don't want the drama, which is perfectly fine. I know that like Zach says that he just doesn't even watch other reaction channels, which is fine. So like, how are you going to comment on what they have to say if you don't even watch them? A lot of reaction channels don't watch other reaction channels. When I started reacting to Amberlynn, I stopped watching Zach. I stopped watching Alex. I stopped watching... They were really the only two I watched that were like constant reactions of Amberlynn, I guess. I still watch some compilation type things, or like, I think there's Salty Crab, is that their name? I'll do like retro reacts, and I really like those, so I'll watch those, but I don't watch any like reaction channel that currently up to date reacts to Amberlynn. And I think a lot of other reaction channels are like that too, because they aren't that deep, you know what I mean? They make their content and then they move on with their day. They don't really care what everybody else is saying about Amberlynn, unless it's on like Twitter.
Highly entertaining. I love his live streams and I watch every single one of them. Who is the last person that texted you? So the last person that texted
My Valentine.
You is my Valentine. Do you use sex toys with yourself or with partners? Yes, I do.
Why are you answering this? Why are you answering this? You fucking weirdo. You fucking weirdo.
And I know some...
Save it!
People are gonna come for me, especially if you've been watching me for about a decade, because I remember one time I said, like I said, like this was like a decade ago. One time I was like, yeah, I think you only need sex toys if like your sex life is like super boring. Girly pop, I was just like delusional at the time. I'm not delusional anymore. A sex toy is amazing. And I've been knew that for years now, but I'm just like speaking about it now. What is the last thing you journaled about?
Is she trying to get an Adam and Eve sponsorship? Like, what the fuck?
So I journaled about a conversation that I will be having this Friday. It's actually a serious conversation that I'm having with someone. So I journaled a little bit about that and like just how I feel about it, and maybe some like talking points that I would like to bring up. Will you show your partner in videos in the future? So this goes for anyone.
Probably just depends.
Whether it's a family member, whether it's a partner,
or she's just gonna say no, she's not doing it anymore.
I will show you.
We are too mean to people.
You can be in my videos. You can be in all my videos. You can do whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want, but you guys know what I mean. Be all up in my videos. Like, I don't care, but it's only if you want to.
Okay, that's fair.
I will never ever put someone in my videos that does not want to be in my video. I would love it.
She's just learned too much in the past, and like the haters are too, you know, doing the shit. I can't stop touching the hair. I'm gonna cut off all of my hair. I'm going bald, so I stopped touching it. She's just learned, you know, it's too much, especially with the shit in the Destiny area where the Destiny era where she would film people's kids and then upload it without their permission. Like, you know,
would love it if my partner wanted to be part of my YouTube channel. But I understand if they wouldn't. People are brutal. And there's a difference between, oh, I'm gonna make fun of this, I might make fun of your hair, versus like, I'm gonna dox you and your family and your dog and your dog's
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's
Yeah.
just like
Doxing, I just don't understand why people think it's okay to dox people in Amber Lynn's life just because they're part of Amber Lynn's life. Like, that's so fucking weird. I got into an argument in one of the Facebook groups one time because this bitch went to fucking Amber Lynn's apartment and posted pictures and shit, and it just made no fucking sense to me. Why are you going to this person's private residence? I don't understand. And they're like, well, it's an apartment complex. It's a public parking lot, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, you went there with the intention to seek out this person like a fucking stakeout. It's weird. It's weird.
what doctors I have. That actually goes into the next question.
Oh.
Perfect segue, Amberlynn. What really happened during the weight loss surgery era?
Spill it, girly.
I specifically said repeatedly during that whole era, I will explain later. You guys will see why I'm upset later. I can't tell you now, but I'll tell you later. Later is here, and I'm just gonna do it short and quick and to the point. I could easily do a whole story time, but I'm just not gonna even do that because I'm not gonna put my energy into this that hardcore because I just don't want to. I did back then. My energy was very much into this back then. I was very upset. So let's get into it. So if you guys remember, I came on my YouTube and I said, oh, I can't get weight loss surgery until I don't binge for a whole year. It came out of nowhere. It was confusing. It was weird. It made no sense. But I held on to that and I said, okay, let's do it. Then I had an appointment with my dietitian.
You didn't hold on to that. You bitched and complained and were like, I just, this doesn't make sense. I'm gonna give up. Like, that's what happened. If I remember correctly, that's what happened. You didn't move on and say, okay, this is what we have to do.
And she said, you're gonna come meet the surgeon because we need to talk to you about something. And this was before I was even supposed to meet the surgeon. Sorry, I itched right here, so that's why I'm super red and I just now noticed. My skin be sensitive. So anyways, I was gonna meet the surgeon even before I was supposed to. So long story short, hundreds and hundreds of people were emailing my surgeon, finding his Instagram and messaging him. They were contacting my surgeon's office through the phone, through messages, any way that people could contact my surgeon, they were finding it and they were doing it. So How did people find out who my surgeon was? A reaction channel. How did that reaction channel find out who my surgeon was? Because I read maybe 2 sentences of an email that was sent to me by my surgeon's office.
See, this is exactly what I mean. Some people just fucking go too far with like reaction and they cross a line and they are forgetting that Amber Lynn is still like an actual person with an actual fucking life, and what you do as a reaction channel, just like what Amber Lynn does, right? On her channel, what she chooses to post can cause consequences. And you can say that her reading that is the cause and not this reaction channel going in and searching up this thing. But like, who a regular, like, normal, like, not mentally ill person would not like hear that and look it up to try to find out which surgeon she's going to? Like, why the fuck do you care? And it's because they think that she's lying about the like binge eating stuff or whatever, but it's like, just have patience. Wait it out. Hear what she says. I don't know. Like, yeah, she could be lying, but like, how are you going to just assume that she's lying about everything off of like 4 minutes of context that she gives? I don't understand.
This reactor wanted to know so badly who my surgeon was that they faked wanting to get weight loss surgery just so they could get that email back to them to confirm who my weight loss surgeon was. And once they confirmed who my weight loss surgeon was, what did they do? They doxed him. They said, this is Amber Lynn's surgeon. This is who he is. Blah, 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 blah. Well, my surgeon was Dr. Smith. The same surgeon who did Tammy Slayton's surgery. I have met him. He is wonderful. He was understanding. So when I met him and we had that meeting, I explained to him everything. He explained to me the type of messages and things that he was receiving. It was people saying how I binged and I lie. So not only was I fighting for myself to get weight loss surgery, but I was fighting against hundreds of people because of a careless reaction channel. I was pissed. I was hurt because it's like, react to me all day. Go for it.
I mean, I don't think that their actions in reaching out to the surgeon and saying all this shit is correct, but like, to be fair, I think that Amber Lynn, I'm not her, but she has openly said multiple times that she binges, like, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, you have to not binge for a year, and then it was like, oh, I don't binge. I don't do that.
I really don't care at this point, but stop getting in the fucking way of my life. Like, you got in the way of my life. So once the surgeon heard about all this and heard my side of the story, that is when things were changed. And he was like, you know what? A year is way too long. He explained to me that they've never been in this type of situation where like someone who was well known gets doxed and now he's receiving all of these messages and calls and stuff. Like,
well, I mean, like, he's not really being doxed, right? Because he is a public figure in this community, because he again is on like 1,000 Pound Sisters and all of those shows, kind of like the TLC other than 600 Pound Life weight loss shows, right? Like, he's the doctor, but it was just doxed that he was your surgeon, and then it caused issues because of who you are. I'm surprised he didn't get more about the Slaytons, because they have also been very controversial in the past, but I think it was because they were not openly sharing everything about their life and we had to see it all in the show. I literally just had to pause because I think what I'm saying is just not making sense. I don't know, just don't fucking dox people.
Like, was that not fair to me? But it wasn't fair to them as professionals. Like, they had to deal with all of these messages. That's not fair to them. As I speak on this, I also want to thank Zachary Michael, because he knew about all of this. I actually told him in private. I didn't give him like the rundown. I didn't give him every tiny detail, but he knew who my surgeon was. I went back to try to find the DMs, but I don't know, a lot of DMs were deleted. I don't know if it was because of him or because I had him blocked at one point. It's a mess. I do be blocking, I'm not gonna lie. But just out of respect, I'm not gonna share our DMs because I feel like that's low life. I know reaction channels love to share DMs. It's like their go-to. It's like, oh, Amberlynn messaged me, let me show you. It's like, for real now, come on. But yeah, Zachary Michael knew and he didn't say a word.
Sharing DMs is weird unless the person does it first, like the other person.
And in his reactions, he acted like he had no idea. And I feel like a lot of people might ask this. No, that's not the reason why I didn't end up getting weight loss surgery, because I was still going through with it. Like, Dr. Smith is so freaking amazing.
So then why didn't you get weight loss surgery?
Such a gentleman. He was rooting for me through and through. Like, I wish more than anything, if I ever want weight loss surgery again, that he will be the surgeon, because it's just like, he is incredible. I ultimately did not get weight loss surgery because I didn't feel ready. I didn't. I genuinely didn't. I didn't feel like I had the support that I needed, because me and my now ex, we were just going through a lot at the time, and it was super expensive, like $35,000. Like, it was just like a lot of different things that were causing me to be like, this is not the right choice right now. So the next question.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you don't have that confidence that your relationship is going to work out, and it's you're signing to pay this big chunk of money and you're gonna have to go under the knife and all this stuff, then I understand it. It's just kind of weird again, because during that time she was so like, oh my god, wifey is so supportive, she is the most supportive girlfriend I've ever had, oh my god. And then here we are again. It was just all like a lie. She's like one of those people that just lie on Facebook about how great their relationship is, and then they break up out of nowhere and you're like, what the fuck?
What we were just talking about, is weight loss surgery something you will try again? So right now the answer is no, but will it always
she's doing
be no?
well?
I really don't know, but right now that's not like in the cards for me, honestly. So the last question is, what's your ideal sexual fantasy? Tie me up.
What the fuck is she doing answering these questions? What?
Put my panties in my mouth.
Shut up! Get offline! Get offline!
Whatever you want to me, because I'm tied up. So there's nothing I can do about it. Anyways, you guys, this
Get offline. Get offline. Get offline. Get offline.
This is a
I
long
want to.
Q&A.
I'm
Like,
dying. I'm
oh
actually
my God,
dying.
it's literally been an hour for me. I have to edit this down like crazy. That was a fun hour. I thoroughly enjoyed this
It's
Q&A.
40 minutes
I
long.
just
You got
wanted to
rid
give
of
you
20
guys
minutes?
something a
Oh,
little
it's a
more
half hour. I thought it was 40
substance. I feel
something.
like this had substance, or at least I hope so. To me it did. I love you guys. I have a lot of editing to do now, but I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Oh my God. A lot of editing to do now. All right. So now we have I lied to you, not clickbait. Oh my God. Just releasing all of the lies.
Oh, I'm filming. I thought I was taking a picture.
Yeah. So old.
Okay, you guys, so I got back from a friend's house. I want to
Oh,
say, like,
girl,
30 minutes
you look
ago.
fucking rough. You look fucking rough. Jesus Christ. Get some sleep. Take the makeup
I
off.
ordered McDonald's.
Chick's
I actually
drunk.
drank tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
which
say.
haven't
You look
drank in,
drunk.
like, over a month. So, took some shots of tequila. It was a really good night. I genuinely enjoyed myself, but I am home now. I didn't vlog like at all today. I actually didn't vlog really anything today. Earlier I hung out with my mom.
She kind of looks like she was
did some
crying.
shopping, went and visited my grandma again, who is recovering really well from surgery.
Good.
And after all of that, went to my friend's house. Yeah, it was a really good day today and a really good night. I hope that you guys are having a great one as well. And I want to show you guys remember I did my diamonds right here in my last vlog. Well, today I did them there. I think they're so cute. I just really wanted to try something different. Oh, and by the way, my nails are growing out so much, and the matte green, it's not looking good. I should have got them done today. I already have my color picked out. I'm actually super excited. I hope that they have the color. Fingers are crossed.
Different day.
Y'all,
last sorry, night, my cursor.
I took off all my nails. They be looking rough. But I'm actually about to go get them
Gross,
done today.
disgusting. Why would you do that?
Thank
let
God.
them take it off. If you were gonna go get them done, let them take it off. They're gonna bitch at you. Sorry. They're gonna bitch at you so bad for that. What are they supposed to do with that?
Okay, so we have Rarity there, but here are my nails. I got them done.
I don't like that.
Bingo dauber on my hand. Sorry about that. I really wanted like a chrome silver.
They're okay.
So pretty. So I was shocked at how they did it actually.
Was it
They
dip?
did 2 layers of just like black nail polish, and then they had this like powder. It was like this glittery silver powder, and they put it on a sponge and then just put it on my nails. It was honestly super fascinating, and I decided to do a different shape.
Fascinating.
Instead of like the square, I decided to do a little bit of a stiletto shape.
We only get like 2 tiny little clips from a single day. It's so weird.
Better it looks and feels, in my opinion, because of all the changes I've made towards it. But I want to show you a clip that I recently filmed.
Just cutting it will do that. It's crazy.
Of when I took my hair down and how crazy it looked. Hello for a little voiceover moment. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I watched this clip back, I'm like, damn, I miss my super long hair. But I know that if I take care of it now,
it's the same length.
Keep the split ends cut, stop with the heat, it's gonna grow back. It'll be okay. But look at that. Ugh. Okay, so now that you've seen that, I literally wore my hair in the same way, besides it is just a little higher up this time. But look at how pretty. I know, I'm literally calling my hair pretty. Yeah, I am. And
it is pretty. Amazing. It looks very nice.
Like
it gets a nice like natural wave when you do that.
Obsessed. I did this. I did that. A lot of you were like, that is such a blunt cut. It's not even. It didn't look even because my head was tilted just a little bit like this in the clip where I showed it to you guys. It's definitely even. My hair's just not tilted now.
It does look very pretty there, actually.
Oh my God, that's such a blunt cut. Yes, that is actually what I prefer. I love the look of it being super blunt like this, but then when you put it in the back, it kind of has like a shape to it that I really like. So I want to show you guys like what it looks like from the back so you understand where I'm coming from. So,
yeah, it's like kind of rounded, right?
I hope so. I just love how it lays. But if you know me, you'll never see me like that in person. My hair is always like this. Literally, this is here, and then this side is usually in the back, tucked back like that. Like, it's very rare that all my hair is even in the back anyways. But yeah, I think I did a really good job on cutting it. I went from using Tresemme.
She should have showed us her cutting it.
Which L'Oreal, thank you. You've changed my life. And I also have been using this Garnier Fructis Sleek and
She went from Tresemme to L'Oreal. I just don't understand. Like, she loves to buy high-end perfumes and purses and blah, blah, blah. But, like, her hair is her favorite thing about herself. And she won't, like, spend it on good hair care products. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Try an anti-frizz serum.
Is that just me, though? Is that a me problem? Do I think that things have to be expensive to be good?
I add a lot, and I love it. Usually, in the past, like, when I would go to sleep, I would just not really care about my hair, let it do its thing. But now I like purposely put it in a nice sculpted bun, so that has helped a lot as well. Minus the hair cutting, which I feel like was a big hair transformation for me because I cut a lot. Like, my hair was like down here. I cut a lot.
I guess that would be a big change for somebody. That's pretty drastic.
Heat on it at all. I'm just very proud of my hair transformation.
It's been like a few days though. Girl,
I thought it was gonna. Okay,
chill.
guys,
it's been a few days.
Whole thing with like my surgeon and the reaction channel doxing him. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I genuinely thought people weren't really gonna care because I feel like that's usually what happens. Like, I share something that is like really big to me and a lot of people make it really small. But a lot of you have been like, wow, that was wrong. I've also received a lot of people asking me a few questions about the situation, so I figured I would answer them for you guys. So the first one being is, why did you lie about your surgeon? Because a lot of people went back and they were like, wait, I thought your surgeon was in a different state. Wait, I thought your surgeon was a female. I'm confused. So yeah, I did lie. I did lie about who my surgeon was. I lied about where they were, and it's because I wanted to steer Narc Alert. I wanted to steer Kicking Geese, which are the two reaction channels who did dox him. But it was first Narc Alert, and then Kicking Geese decided to do that as well. And in several live streams, she would pull up, you know, his seminar, pull up his name, and say that this is Amber Lynn's surgeon. Like, it wasn't just one live stream where they did this. It was multiple and multiple. I wanted to steer people away from my personal medical information and life because I don't think that's anyone's business, honestly.
So if she was doing this kind of after, I can't remember like the timing. So did she say that it was a female and in a different state after the doxing stuff happened? Because that would make sense, right? You're trying to negate them from sending this person messages and stuff, because like then at that point you feel responsible for this person getting all this hate towards them.
So I was trying to protect myself. So I
and yourself obviously too. Yeah.
The surgeon was female and that it was in a different state than where I was actually living. I only ever did that because I was scared since I knew that he was doxxed. I wanted to do everything in my power for people to not believe that Dr. Smith was my surgeon because I did not want the surgery ruined for me because at the time it was everything. Like, I wanted the surgery more than I ever wanted anything. And I went through a lot in that era, like constant tests, and it was stressful. It was a lot of money. But at that time, that is what I wanted and what I needed. And I didn't want anyone to ruin that for me because I could tell that that's what was happening. And that goes into the next question.
That's so fucked up.
Why didn't you tell us?
Pause. So that is the thing that it fucks me up so much, is that some of these reaction channels, right, like they act like they're so on her side and just want her what's best for her and for her to be healthy and yada yada, but then they go and do things like this that could ruin her chances of actually having a healthy life and possibly like growing and learning about herself. It's so fucking odd. Like, just sit back and sit back, watch the show, make your comments, don't fucking interfere. Like, that's so weird. Unless it is like crazy, like she's a fucking Nazi and like she's getting sponsored by so and it's like, hey, maybe I shouldn't sponsor a Nazi, but like, you know, it's not
us about Narc Alert doxing your surgeon way sooner than this. Like, why didn't you tell us while it was happening? Because if I did that, that would have confirmed who my surgeon was. And I didn't want anyone to know. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this isn't the first time I have had issues with the narc alert and I didn't even say anything about it. Like another really good example of that is like a lot of people think that I go on Reddit and like I get my subreddits taken down. I have never in my life done that. I'm telling you, like hand to the universe, hand to everything that I love. I have never done that. I'm not a Reddit girly pop, and I truly don't care if people are on other websites talking about me on forums and things like that. Like I don't care about that, like deep down I don't. But the narc alert actually got
anymore. Maybe you should use the anymore part, because then people are just gonna be like, but the Facebook, you went into the Facebook.
one of my subreddits taken down. She ended up bragging about it on her Discord, saying like, I'm the one who got it taken down. And she was saying how, oh, everyone thinks it's Amber Lynn, but little do they know it was actually me. And I never said anything about it because I personally don't want to put my energy into this woman. I don't like her. Her whole channel is very reflected around the fact that she thinks I'm a narcissist, while she is continuously showing narcissistic tendencies, like, and she can't even admit to them. While I'm over here where it's like, yeah, I do have my narcissistic tendencies. I am able to pinpoint them for you if you wanted me to. But for you to like dox my surgeon, and like act like it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Take down a whole ass subreddit, brag about it, and say, ha ha ha, everyone thinks it's Amber Lynn, but little do they know it was actually me. Well, I'm getting constantly harassed. Oh my God, I can't believe you would take down the subreddit. Like, how lame are you? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't.
Again, that is like the level of trolling that like I just don't like, where it's like, if you're gonna troll, make your trolling known, bitch. Like, make it known. What's the point then? You're just being a fucking actual like bully. Like, actually, like, it's weird.
Can't with this woman personally. So while everyone thought it was me taking down the subreddit, it was actually this reaction channel. I honestly don't know why she got the subreddit taken down, but knowing her is probably because they said something about her. But regardless of the reason, it would have been very nice for her to like maybe make a video and say, y'all, it wasn't Amber Lynn, it was actually me. But of course she's not going to do that. And of course she's not going to admit the wrongdoing of doxing a surgeon. Instead, she wants to blame her audience, and she wants to blame Kicking Geese and everyone else around her. She even wants to blame me.
I mean, maybe, okay, this is a good point where you should hear what you're saying about this person, apply that to yourself also. Apply it to yourself also, Amber.
Because I was sharing my journey to get weight loss surgery on YouTube, and I purposely was being very, very aware of the fact that like people could figure out who it is. So I'm gonna make sure to say things that would steer them in a different direction. And I know that is me lying, but
It is lying, but as someone, she's been doxxed before, so I understand her concern and why she would want to try to negate people from knowing who her surgeon is.
Doing it to protect my medical personal life. For those of you that I have hurt by lying about this, I am very sorry, because that is never my intention to hurt anybody. But I had to choose myself in that situation. And the reason why I'm talking about it now is because I finally feel comfortable. Like, I no longer see Dr. Smith. I don't live in Kentucky anymore. It's just at the time, I'm not going to sit there, talk about it, and that's the confirmation of, yeah, Dr. Smith is my surgeon. I couldn't do that. I wasn't gonna do that. I was very, very upset about it for a very long time.
Well, and at the time too, she was having people like go to her fucking apartment complex and things like that. So I understand her. I genuinely understand her concern. Like, that is just a safety issue. Like, you have no idea when there's gonna be crazy people. Like, who knows if so there's gonna be people going and waiting outside of his office waiting for you to show up. But like, who the fuck knows? Sorry, there was a piece of glitter on my mic.
Time. And yeah, I am actually still upset about it because it sucks that that happened. But I finally am feeling like better about the situation, where it's like, I'm gonna move on. Like, it is what it is. It happened. Now I'm ready to move on. But I did want to share the story with you guys because I told you that I would. I do want to thank everyone for the support during this time, and for people like who even really dislike me. They're like, I might dislike Amber Lynn, but this is not right. Like, I appreciate, you know, all of us standing together in that regard. I know no one's probably going to listen to me, but just don't harass Narc Alert. Don't harass Kicking Geese. There's no reason to harass people, because that is like what I was going through, and it doesn't feel good. So I definitely don't want anyone else to experience that, because it's not a fun feeling. It happened. It sucked.
That's it. Okay, no actual ending. All right, lies exposed plus new weight loss challenge. Weigh in and what I ate today. Oh
hey
God,
guys,
so
welcome to
much.
this video. So in this video, there's going to be 3 segments. The first one is we're going to talk more about this whole doxing of the surgeon.
Oh my god, she is milking this shit. 3 fucking videos about this.
My surgeon. Like, there are still more questions that are being asked.
Oh, well, I mean,
so
whatever.
I want to be as transparent as possible. I don't want there to be any holes in the story or anything like that. So I feel like currently it's an ongoing discussion.
Sorry, my nose is so itchy.
I wasn't expecting it to be. Also just realized that my necklace was upside down. And then the second part of this is going to be a weigh-in. I am starting a new weight loss challenge. Woo! And I'm actually on day 4.
Oh my god, my arm looks huge.
That. And then we're gonna have like a what I ate today segment. Buckle up, let's get into it.
Oh, the jiggle.
So the first thing I want to talk about regarding this whole surgery situation is that there was 2 reaction channels who doxed, and yes, I'm gonna put doxed in quotations, and we'll talk about that later. There are 2 reaction channels that doxed my surgeon. It was Narcolert and Kicking Geese, and I want to say that Kicking Geese actually messaged me privately on Instagram. It was a very long, thought out, and kind and genuine apology, and I just want to publicly tell her thank you, because I also privately accepted her apology. I just appreciate someone who owns up to their shit. The next thing there's a lot of
privately
people,
owned up to her shit. Unless, I mean, I don't watch her, so.
Is this really doxing or is it not doxing? And honestly, at this point, I don't really care what it's considered. What happened?
I think, yes. Like, Amber Lynn was keeping this private. Somebody went out of their way to try to find her surgeon, and they went as far as to pretend to be someone looking to get weight loss surgery. Like, you're not just interfering with Amber Lynn's life, you're also interfering with the other people's lives that do their jobs, that are like taking their time to reach out to you. And you know, I mean, it may have just been an automated response thing, I don't fucking know, but still, like, that's mental illness, love. That's mental illness.
Was my surgeon and my medical personal information was revealed, and it wasn't by my choice. Not only that, it wasn't just the surgeon. It was the fact that my weight loss clinic was technically what I considered doxed online. Literally in Narcolert's live stream, she literally said where I was going. Like, she said my weight loss clinic's name. I felt super violated, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't want people knowing the
safety
address
concern
of anywhere that I am or could be going to. I feel like it's unsafe, especially for someone who is in the public eye. Yep. That information was personal and private to me. So I should be able to say, like, okay, I want this information to be revealed versus not revealed. That was like purely my decision, and that was completely taken from me. I know for 100% fact, if the roles were reversed and I did what Narcolert did, there would be an outrage. So I'm also hearing the argument of like, he's a celebrity, he wants to be found, he wasn't doxed, he has a public Instagram, like yada yada yada. Yes,
it's not the fact
on a TV show, but I think people are missing the point. Just because he's on TV and he's well known, it doesn't mean that he wants people to be sharing who his patients are without either of our consent.
Yeah,
so
it's like
another
a
question
HIPAA,
I'm getting is, did you lie about your
HIPAA violation
before or after the Narcolert shared who your surgeon was? So I'm going to try my very hardest to explain the timeline, because I know a lot of people are like,
yep. Okay, thank you, because I didn't want to go back and watch it.
Before she did that. No, I wasn't. So I was doing Vlogmas, and on December 6th, I uploaded a video talking about the seminar. That very same day is when the Narcolert went on live stream and doxed him. I didn't find out until one day later on December 7th that it happened. I remember it like it was yesterday. I instantly went to fight or flight mode. I got really scared. I was like, oh no. So if you go back on December 8th, I uploaded a vlog where I reveal my surgeon is out of state, because that is where my lies began. Because that is the day I found out, oh fuck, people know who he is. I wasn't gonna lie about anything. I simply just,
I think that's valid,
wasn't going to share certain information. It was the craziest feeling, because I literally felt like I had to lie in that very moment to protect myself, to steer people away from Dr. Smith. I didn't want people to know what weight loss clinic I was going to be at. I didn't want people to know any of that information, because that is somewhere where I was going to be attending, somewhere I was going to be going a lot. As you guys know, which I have not shared this story yet, and that's something that I do want to do with you guys, I had a stalker when I lived in Kentucky. Stuff like that just isn't okay, to just reveal someone's place of doctor. Like how, like people are just like missing the point, and that's like really hard for me to like wrap my head around. I feel like a lot of my audience like get it and understand, and they're like, Amberlynn, you have every right to feel this way. But there are so many reaction channels and people who have large audiences who are like, actually what Narcolert did is totally fine. It's like spreading that type of information is validating what Narcolert did instead of trying to fix the problem to prevent this from happening to me again or other people in the future. So something I have noticed is that Narcolert is trying to say a lot of, Amberlynn showed so many clues. That's why it was so easy for me to figure out. But everything she's saying and everything I'm saying, we can all fact check that. When she revealed who my surgeon was and where my weight loss clinic was on December 6th, at that point, anything prior before that, I didn't say a single thing about the surgeon, about the clinic, nothing. It was all me just talking about how I wanted weight loss surgery, and that was only a week of me saying, oh, I'm gonna contact a weight loss surgery place, blah, 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 blah. There's no possible way that she figured it out based on clues because I said nothing.
Well, didn't you just say in the beginning one those that she found it out because you read an email? Like that would be a clue.
To indicate any surgeon. So there is a clip of me floating around where I talk about, yeah, my surgeon has 2 robots instead of just 1. People keep using that clip as a way to justify Narcolert doxing my surgeon. But the funny part is,
so stupid.
She doxed him December 6th. That clip, me talking about 2 robots, January 31st. That is a 2-month difference. So that clip that's floating around has nothing to do with what Narcolert did. I just feel like there's a lot of like inconsistencies in what Narcolert is saying because she continuously tries to justify what she did. And if I can clear it up, then I'm going to. For the longest time, I felt silenced in a lot of situations on my channel, and I'm just like not gonna do that to myself anymore. There are things that I won't bring up, I won't talk about, but I have a voice and I will continue to use it at this point. Whether people want to believe me or support me or whatever, I know that my feelings and the way that I feel regarding this whole thing is completely validated. But for now, I think I am done talking about it in this video, but if you guys have more questions, whatever it may be, let me know and I will answer them for you guys. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is my new weight loss challenge.
I will let you know if I have any questions.
I love a challenge. You guys know
I love a challenge, even though I never do them. I never finish. I recently
reached a goal, $4.99, that I really wanted to reach, and I was successful in that. And I'm like, you know what?
Yay,
like,
we did it.
In my brain and just the way that I think, and I feel like I really can.
It's probably very freeing for her to be talking about a lot of this stuff, so it probably feels like she has a lot of weight lifted off of her shoulders, you know what I mean? So she has time to kind of think about this kind of stuff. A lot of guilt has probably left from her holding on to these lies and things, and it probably is very nice. So it probably has put her in a very positive mindset.
Successful in this challenge. So it's actually pretty easy. If you guys want to do it with me, do it with me. I simply want to see how many days it takes me to get to 450 pounds. I am a girly pop who loves 450 numbers, so I love counting days.
Well, I weighed in, what was that? Friday, I think, and I was 253.6. Basically 254. So she wants to lose like 50 pounds.
And I will be doing daily weigh-ins. I am a girly pop who loves numbers, so I love counting days. And I will be doing daily weigh-ins for myself just because I do like that. I notice that when I do daily weigh-ins, I am more focused and aware on what foods maybe make me retain water or help me lose water weight, or just the amount of calories and the type of foods I'm eating. Like, I want to know, does my body agree with this or does it not? Because every body is different. So I don't know if I'm actually going to show on YouTube all the daily weigh-ins.
Biting my nails, I should not do that.
For myself.
Are we going to share?
The first 4 daily weigh-ins.
Like,
so
at least
I will share that with you guys at the end of
I already did the first 4. But I'm not going to show you guys all of them.
Counting calories again. It's
okay, good.
Because
I need to start
to be aware of truly how much I am eating.
Yeah, it's hard.
Sometimes, like, I could eat something and feel very, like, dainty. Like, wow, that was a great meal, etc., etc. And it was easily, like, 700 calories. It's like, when I'm not aware of those things, sometimes it can get messy. So I need to be aware. I need to measure my food. I need to take it more seriously because I think we're at that point now, because I use this whole beginning of 2024 as a way of like intuitive eating, like making better choices, like let's cook more at home, Like when you go to the grocery
Kind of just
store,
slowly
have that
getting
grocery
into the,
list so you are
yeah.
prepared. So I've spent almost 3 months doing that, and it has felt really good, and I have lost weight. I'm actually succeeding in that. Like, yay me. So now I just feel like it's time to step it up a notch. So I am counting my calories on MyFitnessPal. My goal is to stay below 2,000. I don't ever want to go even near 2,000. So like if we can stay like in the 1,800 area, like that's good for me. So right here, I'm actually going to put my 4 weigh-ins so you guys can see how I did. So here they are. All right, you guys. So here is to day 1. Let's do it.
Hello, it's ready.
All right, moment of truth, stepping on.
Let's do it.
499.8 pounds.
Oh, $499.8. Okay,
So she went
queen.
up. Oh,
Okay, guys, day 2.
by
and
queen. I thought that she was.
Scale, but I'm
Was that up or
stepping on
down?
now.
497.4
Oh, nice.
pounds.
Okay.
497.4. Yesterday, I only ate like 1,600 calories. So that definitely explains it. Okay, you guys, day 3. Let's step on the scale. Oh, before I do, yesterday I had about 1,800 calories.
Okay, I kind of like that
Alright,
she's given
so
that
let's
little
see.
like
Hello,
update on what she like the calories.
All right, stepping on.
495.8 pounds.
495.
Doing the damn thing.
Okay, 495.
Not much I can say. You're doing the damn thing. Congratulations.
480.
Keep doing it.
I'm coming for you. Okay, you guys, so today is day 4. Yesterday I ate around like in the 1,800s of calories. All right, let's do it.
Hello, it's ready.
Okay, stepping on.
494.6 pounds.
494.6.
Wait, did she say her
Okay.
calories for that day?
I'm still losing, but that
Did
was
not.
definitely like a smaller loss than the day before.
Oh,
or the day
it'll
before, but
it'll
that's okay.
slowly start
So as you
getting
can see,
less and
I am
less.
being successful. I've lost 5.2 pounds, and I'm literally only on day 4. Like, hi, queen.
Ugh.
So now in this next segment, I filmed yesterday what I ate today because I kind of wanted to give you guys an
I kind of like this
example of, like,
segments
how I'm
thing.
eating.
I like the way I
Honestly,
like this
you guys,
formatting.
My goal is to just eat at home, regardless of what it is. For the most part, the only time I want to eat like restaurant food or whatever it may be is when I'm outside of my home, because I find that ordering takeout has just been my go-to for so many years, and I really want to get out of that. Like ordering my food on Uber and having them deliver it to me, I don't want to do that. I am okay with going out with my mom or going out with friends or whatever it may be and eating at restaurants or whatever, because that's not something I do every single day. Whereas like I was ordering takeout like every single day, like let's be real.
Yeah.
I will say that since I have lived in Oklahoma, that has lessened a lot.
Good.
And as time went on, especially in 2024 in these last 3 months, like I don't order takeout.
I mean, in her earlier vlogs in 2024, she was ordering a lot, I think. But I mean, she's not showing it as much, obviously.
So here is the first thing I am having today.
Little sleepy twonk.
It is just coffee, and it is 45 calories. So I will show you exactly what I use to put in my
I haven't
coffee.
ate yet today. It's almost 4 o'clock.
For my coffee, it's 10 calories.
I can't say shit though. I didn't wake up until noon. I don't wake up until noon, but it's 4 o'clock and I haven't eaten yet today. I'm getting very hungry.
For a serving, I use the
Add coffee though.
0 sugar French vanilla coffee mate creamer, which is also 10 calories a serving, but I use a few servings of this. So yeah, that's where the calories come from in my coffee. Okay, you guys, so for my first meal, I'm making some corned beef hash, which I have been loving lately. It is literally so good.
I like corned beef
Also,
hash.
I'm
I like
gonna be
fresh
having
though.
some
The
eggs.
canned stuff sometimes
Okay,
gives a
so
little
here it is complete.
weird taste.
The
Oh,
corned
hers
beef
is
hash
not crispy enough.
340 calories. And then here is 2 scrambled eggs, which is 140. So for my first meal is 480 calories. So a lot of people are like, Amberlynn, why do you cook your eggs literally until they're like so cooked you just literally can't cook them any longer? As you guys know, I have an egg
I'm the same
intolerance,
way.
so the longer I cook the egg, the less likely I will feel sick. So if my scrambled eggs are cooked, like cooked, I'm not gonna feel sick at all. But the other day I made a fried egg. The yolk was still a little, yolky, how people like it, how I enjoy it, but it made me feel awful. Like, I felt like I had the flu for a solid 3 hours. It did
Then
not
why
feel
would
good.
you eat it?
Plus,
Why would you
know
make
what?
it and eat
I
it if you know
prefer
that's
my
how it makes
eggs
you
like
feel?
this anyways. It just tastes good. So with my first meal, I am having the sparkling ice in cherry limeade. I am not really a sparkling water girly, but I will say that this brand is my all-time favorite. So it is time for my next meal. My goal is to just not order takeout while I'm at home and to stay under my calories. Well, I saw this in the frozen aisle. I didn't know that Chef Ramsay here made frozen food. So I was like, oh my god, I love shepherd's pie, so I gotta try this. It is only 490 calories, so I currently have it warming up in the microwave now, so I'll show you when it's done. Honestly,
looks like ass.
It smells delicious, and it looks really good in my opinion. I will let you guys know what I think afterwards.
It looks so bad. It looks so bad.
Yay! Okay, so update on this. I liked it a lot. Flavor-wise, I give this a good like 9 out of 10. I did mix it all up though, which I should have showed you guys. And the texture looked weird, but it didn't like feel weird in my mouth. I am a texture girly, so that's like highly important to me. Will I get this again? Yes, but it's not something that I will get like frequently because I know it's not the greatest for me, but
I can't stop thinking about when she said that she wants to be tied up, and now you guys can't stop thinking about it either.
It was good. Okay, you guys, so it is my next meal, and this is 614
having jalapenos with just
so we have
rice and salmon and
in the air fryer.
Pickled jalapenos.
Jalapenos. I love having jalapenos with this meal. I don't know
why.
It's so good.
It doesn't.
We have some jasmine rice with a little bit of soy sauce, sriracha,
the salmon actually looks pretty good.
Broccoli. So with this meal, I'm gonna have a sun-kissed orange, 0 sugar. Okay, you guys, so it is my last meal, and I wanted something sweet. So I got these bagel thins, which are only 110 calories, while a regular bagel is over 200. So I like that it's like, calories are pretty much cut in half. And then I'm gonna be having a serving of cream cheese, which is 80 calories. And then this is 10 calories, and I'm having 2 servings of it. It's sugar-free strawberry preserves. So it's pretty simple. I just set the object on here, and I see that a serving is 17 grams. So I just take out how much I want. So I used 2 servings, so that was 34 grams. So I took out negative 34 grams. And then literally I just did the same process with the cream cheese. It makes it so much easier. So this is actually what it looks like. I know it doesn't look the greatest. I mean, I think it looks kind of cute.
Did she toast the bagel?
Biased, but this
that looks untoasted.
Is delicious. Such a great snack. And
toast
then
the bagel.
With it, I'm having water. Okay, so that was a full day of eating, and I want to say the whole day I felt very satisfied. I was fine. I didn't feel hungry. So that was a total of
I love when she says hungry.
139 calories. I don't pay much attention to nutrition. It's kind of fun. You can actually pay for the MyFitnessPal Premium so you can see it all, which I do that. So just some like random facts from that is like my goal for protein was 85, but I had 89 protein. My goal for carbs is like 213, but I had 164. I'm still able to eat things like rice and stuff like that without my carbs being like 400. Like, trust me, when I'm not on track, my carbs is probably like upwards in like the 400s. Like, let's be real. But yeah, I just feel really good, and I will keep you guys updated on this for sure. Like, I just cannot.
I think that the MyFitnessPal thing is like $80 a year. It's crazy. I looked into it.
How I'm gonna feel when I reach that goal of 450, and then I reach my next goal, and then I reach my next goal. Like, I just want to be a goal crusher. I'm gonna be a goal crusher.
Goal crusher.
Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye, Amber. You know, that's exciting. I'm hoping that she just doesn't like lose the motivation if she kind of falls off track, because that's kind of her tendency, right? Is that she does really good and she gets really excited to keep losing weight and keep losing weight, and then something happens where she doesn't lose, and then she gives up, and then she gains a lot back, and then she has to start everything over again. That's really the issue that that she needs to work through, I think. And if she can do that, I think she'll be successful. It seems like she's doing really well right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, subscribe, I guess. I don't know, that's so weird. I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys want to hang out with me live, check me out on Twitch, and bye.